I got psychic messages for you, maybe you. If you find yourself arguing with the message in any way, just leave it behind for the people whom it's meant for, okay? These are collective messages. Poco sei. So there was a dead bird in front of a, like, really displayed dramatically in front of a burnt down Uniburger. Hamburgers have been coming in. Someone is, you know, I think killed the solo operation. Maybe Hamburg, Germany. Maybe a German person. A Jeep with a star also. Something's opening up. Death is rebirth. Coco. Someone, I think, purple Lamborghini man. Probably all the guys. It was shown to me very clearly, someone has a shadow, a so-called entity on their throat, but it's not really an entity, it's just their own shadow. And it was shown to me very clearly when there's buildings over the head, like building constructs. Someone is building constructs, like just see skyscrapers here, a bunch of them over the head in the astral. Someone has this going on, and you need to cut that stuff out because they're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and block your real headspace. If you just repent, which means do a 180 in your focus and your thought patterning, and have the sun over your head like a solar sun disk, activating your crown chakra's higher mind, then the shadow disappears, right? But with the constructs over the head, it shows that there's like this dark thing like over the neck strangling. So it's easier to escape your blocked throat chakra than you know, guys. It really is a mental construct. Men or women, this is anyone with a blocked throat who may be seeing this message, who it resonates with, okay? Pandanini, muffins. What's up, Kiki? Pokosai, apple pie, shy, raking. Someone's raking it in, or gonna rake it in. And with the toes and the feet too, they're showing me like raking on the ground. You know the crouching tiger walk, where you walk super slow with your pelvis turned in? It's a fun, slow walk where you're like pulling from your heel, so you really feel the line under your hamstring and your underbutt and your underglute, and that helps to reset the pelvis. So doing that kind of raking walk, called like a crouching tiger walk, that may help you rake, metaphorically raking it in, rake the money in. So dragon energy. That bullseye formation. It's I'm gonna pause it 1 minute, get more messages. Someone may really feel like they're crippled, but it's all to realign the whole bone structure. You should really get into your body to totally transform your life. Really, you just got to get up early, get into your body. Super, super important. Get into your body. Drop the mind into your body. Open. Listen, be still in your center. Kiki agrees. This is where the purr comes, of activating your light body. Right in the center of your core. And when you change the energy within, your whole environment changes. Like any big CEO, leader of a company, they prioritize their energy first. Because without their energy, without their flow, they can't really do anything. So Yeah, something about the empaths and narcissists, it's not, people say opposites attract. There's a similarity where both are lacking in self-love. Only one seeks to get that self-love by proving themselves, showing themselves, getting external validation. How do things reflect on him? These are the mental constructs of the narcissist. Just, an imaginary audience. How does everything look? I have to look the best. I can't count on anybody is a similarity to the empath, who also was usually ignored and believes they can't count on anybody else. But the difference with the empath is they're always putting the other person first, the other person first, the other person first. And they don't realize that's an ego thing as well, because that's how they identify, with putting the other person first. Whereas if you prioritize energy, your energy, you need to be fair, be diplomatic, count yourself into diplomacy. There are two parties in a relationship. Usually this is women because they're programmed, conditioned with paternal authority figures and subconscious loyalty to family members who want them lesser than, as their little girl, not a woman to be honored, supported in their endeavors, So be just aware, and then you stop attracting yourself, essentially. You are attracting someone who lacks the fundamentals when you yourself does not have self-love, whether you are an empath or a narcissist, because you're just going to attract another person who's lacking in self-love. So get off the passion path and do follow your highest excitement. But when it comes to love, 2 eyes open. Always keep 2 eyes open. What do you really want? If you're after a relationship, a marriage, seriousness, then just don't be on a frequency that says something else. If you're serious, then you need to be able to talk. It keeps showing me the rake. I'm not sure what the rake is about. It relates also to a bird foot. Okay, so you can use imagine your hand is like a bird foot with like white light, and rake off any dark energy surrounding your throat. Just go like this. Quit smoking if you're smoking all the time. If you're smoking all the time, it's probably emotion, sadness stuck in the lungs. It could be your sadness, or if someone else around you is super sad and you're consoling them, it could be even their sadness that you took up. And it's important to let that out. It's important to cry, be present with your emotions. It passes very quickly when you do it as such. It's called catharsis. And then you get the weight off. The weight, the baggage, some people can just lose the baggage and it's easy. Other people, it's like they got to know what it is. So unzip the baggage, see exactly what it is. It's emotions. That's all it is. It's sadness, it's fear. It's pain and fear. Those are the hardest to find if you can't find them. And you got to find your inner child who's afraid and in pain. The inner child could be any age. That's your emotional body. And recode with so much love. Sunshine, the nature, the forest, all this energy. Be a tree, be in your God form. You have a choice of which fractalized version of yourself do you wish to live in. Imagine going to the Bermuda Triangle in your mind, because this is where it's a very easy wormhole to just walk into that reality. See yourself. How do you feel in that reality of you?